Welcome back to the channel, guys. Fuck it, I'm gonna keep going. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This channel is all about bringing out your authentic self, allowing you to be more confident. See me, I just fucked up the intro to the video. Who cares? You know? Who cares? There's a time when I would be so perfectionist, like I gotta get it right, I gotta make sure that you guys really like me and like I sound perfect, like this confident, coach. But the truth is that the more and more I live, the more I realize I am a flawed human being, dude. I am a flawed human being. Anyways, all that to say, welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna give you specific practical tips in this channel that are real, that I've personally experienced, that can help you become more confident, create more clarity, create more of what you really want in your life, express more of your authenticity. That's what this channel is here for. And I'm making these videos short, actionable, and like I said, real. All of these things I've experienced, I'm not reading it from a book and sharing with you. I have experienced everything I'm talking about, and I won't share anything with you that I haven't experienced because I want to give you things that I actually believe really work and they're the most effective. So if you're new to the channel, like I always say, if you vibe, subscribe. Pretty simple. If you like the channel, subscribe. If you got value from this, I ask that you share it with a friend that might need this video because I'm putting out this stuff for free. I'm putting in my time and energy. And if it's valuable to you, all I ask is that you add value back to me and help me build my channel and share it with one person, a friend of yours. So in this video, it's all about comfort zone. What is your comfort zone? Like, what is it, right? Like this word comfort zone gets thrown around so much, but what really is your comfort zone? Okay, what is it? Why is it important? What do you need to do to expand it? So I'm gonna start with this. There's 3 words that I've found mean the same fucking thing that used to confuse the hell out of me, which is comfort zone is the same thing as identity, which is the same thing as your standards. So you might have watched a Tony Robbins video and he says, we don't always get our goals, but we always get our standards, right? It's like we want things, but we only get what we must absolutely have, only what we tolerate. What you tolerate is what your standards are. It's like if you care about your health and you start to lose a few pounds, but your set point, your standard is, say whatever you were at before, a little bit overweight, you're gonna come back to that. If financially your standard is, say, $10,000 in your bank account saved, well, if you get yourself up to, say, $50,000 in an investment account, well, sooner or later you're gonna come back down to that 10,000 mark because that's your standard, that's your comfort zone, that's your identity of who I am. See, all these words mean the same thing. It's basically just like what reality is comfortable for me, what my comfort zone is, where I like to stay to feel like I'm safe. And so the whole thing about getting out of your comfort zone is stepping into suffering. It's like it's guaranteeing uncomfortability. And that's why most people never change. This is the basis of all personal transformation. You have to suffer. You have to literally put yourself in situations where you are not comfortable. That's it. It's like if you want to expand your identity, if you want to expand your standards and you want to earn more money, let's say, you have to push yourself and be comfortable with excess. You have to get comfortable with having excess money. You have to get comfortable with the process to making that money, which might mean putting yourself out there on social media more if you are building a business. You might have to get uncomfortable and ask your boss for a raise. There's things you have to do to earn more money that will make you uncomfortable. But the same thing with relationships. I think people sabotage relationships not necessarily because there's not love involved, but because something within them, if there's too much love, people will sabotage. They won't show up for their partner as much. They won't show up for themselves as much. They'll start criticizing or blaming a little bit more, be a little bit more free because something inside of them is like, this is getting too good. I'm feeling too much love. We better bring ourselves back down to being single, to being alone, to being, just like my mom or dad made me feel, which is not enough. Because if we have a standard within our nervous system, these are all developed in childhood and reinforced throughout our life. That standard keeps getting reinforced until we decide to change it. So it doesn't matter what area of life you want to change. This is the concept you have to tattoo to your brain. You have to suffer. You have to push yourself to get out of your comfort zone every single week. Like once a week, you should be doing something uncomfortable at least, if not every day. And when I say uncomfortable, you can, just by pushing yourself in a physical workout, that is enough to push your standards up. Because if you push yourself in one area, you can push yourself in another. It's like building this habit of comfort zone pushing, of raising your standards. It's a habit. It's like every day I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna push myself. It's a mindset, it's a focus. And that's why there's so much talk about mindset. And you talk to any of these guys that have accomplished a lot, they'll tell you firsthand they had to push themselves out of their comfort zone. They had to commit to a new 30-day challenge. I'm recently starting 75 Hard. It's like an intense challenge where you work out twice a day, drink a bunch of water, eat a certain diet. It's a health challenge, but it really pushes me mentally. And that's the whole point that the challenge was created. Andy Frisell, he created the challenge to push us mentally. So this is the important concept. This is what creates your life. The strongest force for you and I, we have this need. It's a need. It's not like, it'd be nice to stay consistent with my identity. We have a need. We have to stay consistent with how we define ourselves. Because when we go, and you know this, by the way, if you're a shy person, let's say you identify as I'm a shy person, if you go to be outrageous or exaggerate your expressions or dance in public or public speak, that's going to be outside of how you've defined yourself, right? It's going to be outside of what you say. Like, I'm a shy person, I'm more reserved. Well, if you define yourself that way, then public speaking is going to be really fucking hard. But if you learn to expand your comfort zone and your identity by saying, I'm a crazy, outrageous, silly motherfucker, and you go embody that and act that way to push your comfort zone, it becomes who you are, and then public speaking becomes easy. Because you're the type of person, I am a person who can speak in front of an audience. I am a person who can, be a bit more shameless and can kind of go out and tackle some of these things where I have to face judgment from people. So I hope you're getting that the key to your next level of life and my next level of life is we have to be pushing ourselves if we want to grow. If we're comfortable, we're not growing. If we're uncomfortable, we are growing. But it tricks us, doesn't it? When we feel that fear or that shame or that whatever come up that we don't want to go into, that discomfort, that uncomfortability of just, sitting through a shitty workout, a tough workout. But when you sit through that, you're expanding your comfort zone. So the discomfort is actually something to lean into, not something to lean away from. Okay? So a simple way I want to give you to apply this is commit to a 30-day challenge literally today. Or that's one. With your health, with anything that is hard for you, but health is a great one. The second thing I would advise you to do if you wanted to take me up on this challenge is to pick your biggest fears and literally just go face them. Like straight up, go face them. Like that's it. So, and those are two practical things and they're so simple, but I'm telling you, doing this is going to get the job done. Stop reading books. It's not going to help you in this area. It might help you get some ideas for what to do and how to act, but when the rubber hits the road, when you're feeling the fear, when you're feeling the discomfort, that's when your growth is actually happening. Okay? So that's your task. That's what you got to do. If you want to grow, if you want to expand in your life, you have to expand. And you do this by raising your standards, your comfort zone, your identity, whatever you want to call that expansion, that energy increase, that pushing through. That's how you become more. So this is probably a reminder for a lot of you, but probably a much needed one because fear, that voice of self-doubt, always comes in and tries to bring us back to our comfort zone. But remember, just because you have a thought doesn't mean it's true. You can go beyond that thought. What is beyond that thought? What life is possible for me if I really push myself? Starting to answer these questions, you're going to get tremendous inspiration and insight and the ability to expand in your life. So, hope this was valuable for you. This one honestly increased my energy giving this talk here because it's so powerful, this conversation. So I'm fired up. Hope you can feel me. Hope you're fired up. And if you vibe, subscribe. If you liked it, like it, comment below, share with a friend, and let's keep building this together. Let's keep building this shit together. My goal, by the way, if you don't know, is to have 100,000 men be connected to their heart, living from their heart in the next decade. And to do that, I need you to share the video. Because if you don't, then it's going to be much harder. I'm going to have to start knocking on doors, you guys. And I don't want to fucking knock on doors. I used to do that as a sales dude. I'm done with it. I don't like it. I hate all the rejection every single freaking day of my life. And I don't want to do it. So please share it. Save me the effort. Save me the rejection. And share the video with somebody who might benefit from it. And until next time, brother, live a life that's true to you.